watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Welcome to Inspiring Leaders. I'm Donna Chandler Newman, your host for our show, and thank you for watching our program. Now, through the show, we meet community leaders and we examine how they're using their unique talents and skill sets to make a difference. And through our discussions, we hope to inspire others to discover and to share their own leadership abilities for the overall betterment of our community. Now, just a short note here. Please know that because of the continued challenges of COVID, which we hope are winding down, we're still practicing responsible social distancing on our set. And so our guests are still remote, and the on-set personnel with me in the studio are vaccinated. So, now on to our show. Today, we welcome the Lions Club, an organization long associated with service to those with sight deficiencies. And yes, they do excellent work in that area, but it turns out they do so much more. I think you'll enjoy learning more about the Lions Club, as well as the nonprofit that works alongside them, Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Service. In this first portion of our show, we'll meet David Dokower, president of the Germantown Lions Club. And in our second segment, we'll talk with Scott Shellhammer, immediate past president of the Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Service. Now, joining us now, David Dokower, president of the Germantown Lions Club. Welcome, Dave.
Well, hello, Donna, and thank you for this opportunity for the Germantown Lions to make themselves known to the community.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. Okay, so first of all, your background. You are from Pennsylvania, but you've been here since 1993, so that almost makes you a Mid-Souther, a Memphian, and a Southerner. So you, by trade, you're involved in commercial architecture and engineering with ETI Corp. But the Lions is completely volunteer for you. There are so many organizations to be in. Why the Lions Club?
Well, it was sort of, when I was in Pennsylvania in a little town called Orangeburg, it was really the only choice for a service organization. We had 200 Lions in a town of 3,000 because it was the thing to do. So I guess it was sort of by default.
Well, when you were there it was, but here, when you came to Memphis, Germantown area, there are a number of organizations to be involved in. Why still the Lions?
Well, I was a dedicated Lion by then. I learned that the Lions do great things, and I didn't see any reason to change. Because okay. I think that of all the clubs, I think Lions is more, even more focused on service than some of those other clubs. Not to try to belittle them in anything, but I think that we are more service oriented.
I see. Well, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, your motto is "We serve." Isn't that right?
That is true.
Okay.
And we're the largest service organization in the world with 1.4 million members and 47,000 plus clubs and 200 plus countries.
My gracious, that's amazing. Okay, so here in this area, there are what, 38 clubs in West Tennessee? Is that about right?
That's about right, yes.
That's what I thought.
In our district.
And that's how they separate. Because how is the Lions Club structured?
Well, we have, of course, individual clubs in cities and in towns, and then they're collected in a district. We have 4 districts in, well, actually, we have 5 districts in Tennessee, sorry. Starting in the west with District 12L, 12 is the state, and we have a district, LIONS, going across the state west to east, and then it's organized in the state. So we have district conventions, we have state conventions, but then we jump to international. There really isn't a national organization, I don't think, per se. It's the states. In other countries, they may have national organizations, but their countries would be like our states, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there's the International Lions Club International, which, of course, helps Lions clubs throughout the world and helps spread around resources and provide resources.
You know, one of the things I think you told me is that the local clubs are so important because they do local projects that are important to their own communities. Is that right?
That's true. And when I was in Orangeburg, it was a fairly poor community. So the Lions Club did lots of things for the community, like they developed a park, built a park. They built a clock tower in the center of the city. A lot of us were contractors and such, so that we just had to get materials. And they helped build a baseball field with the local baseball organization, things like that. Now in Germantown, we don't do a lot of that because Germantown's a fairly wealthy community, so we don't need a lot of infrastructure help. So we try to, focus on other help. But in actual fact, we also try to help the communities around us because we know that, like Memphis area, just to the east of us, needs a lot more help than we do. So, as it turns out, we service for eyeglasses, sight and hearing services. We give to low-income people in areas, 13 zip codes in the Memphis area, from Collierville to Hickory Hill, Berkeley to Cordova. So we have a lot of, we provide eyeglasses, eye exams, eyes at Southern College Optometry and eye surgery at Hamilton Eye Institute and the Charles Retina Institute and Thomas Ocular. And then we provide hearing aids through the Memphis Speech and Hearing. And we do this through the Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Services. They help fund it and organize it, and Scott will talk about that later.
One of the fascinating things for me is what you do with the festival. Talk about the association between Germantown Lions and the Germantown Festival.
Well, what we do for the festival, we have two things we do. One thing is that we provide site screening, and the site screening we do with a camera that takes one picture, and it tells you a lot about, the diagnose problems with the eyes. It used to have to take several tests and take a long time. Just one shot. And we can do this on a 2 or 3 year old if we can get them to sit still, up through, of course, any age. And we do this in for the Germantown Festival and other festivals we do outside, like the Cooper Young Festival. We are the only Lions Club that has a blackout tent because this camera is sensitive to light. So we have a blackout tent that we use, and we give to other, we lend to other clubs and to the district when they need it. And that's the one thing we do. We do eye screenings. And the second thing we do is we have a little fundraiser. Then we sell Domino's Pizza. We sell it at the food row there. And please, everybody that goes to the Germantown Festival, come buy pizza. Of course, everybody else wants to sell pizza there too, and where it's all good causes. But try to help out the Lions. And if you don't like pizza, you can come by and put a little donation in our donation jar. But anyway.
Yeah,
so that's with the Germantown Festival.
You guys are always willing to accept donations, I'm certain. What do you do with the money when you get it?
Well, some of it goes into our projects, such as the fishing rodeo. We have a 4th of July youth fishing rodeo every year. And please, people come by and, if you have youths between, the kid can hold a rod with a little parental help up to through 15 years old. They come to the fishing rodeo. It starts, at 8:15 we start registration, and runs from 9 to 11, and then we give out prizes till about 11:30, and refreshments are provided by Germantown. And please all come out and join us this year. Bring your own, fishing tackle though, and bait. We have a little bait available, but bring that. Or we have the Citizen Year banquet, where we honor a citizen, Germantown citizen that has done exemplary volunteer work, has been very central in the community. Every year, we've done this since 1980. We've had such people as Frank U. Smith and we've honored Annie Laurel Hall, Charles Salvaggio, which was a mayor at the time, David Pickler, Bobby Lanier. These are not all of them, but just the ones you might recognize. Andrew Pouncey, Sharon Goldsworthy. And of course, this year, because of COVID-19, we didn't have it for 2 years, so we had to make up 3 of them this year. This year we had, for the 2019 in the fall, we had a banquet for Joanna Young, and then we had a banquet for 2020-21 Citizens of the Year this spring. Fortunately, we found a couple that was really exemplary, Brandy and Fred Miller, and so we had one banquet for 2 people. That sort of helps us a little bit. But anyway.
Well, and I will say, let me interject that Joanne Young founding Cop Stop, that was a wonderful, wonderful choice. I'm now commentating on your choices. And Brandy and Fred Miller are very close friends of ours, and I've got to tell you that was well deserved. You guys are doing a great job recognizing people who just give back for sheer volunteerism. So I'm glad to see you do that. Thank you. Now tell me who's a typical Lion? Because I was really surprised to see women in the room for starters. It wasn't always that way.
No, it used to be businessmen and I don't know, mover and shakers in the community. Now we're shifting over to more just ordinary people, plus lots of women. More than half active members right now in our club are women, and they've had all the, actually our treasurer and secretary are women right now, but they've been president, half the time in the last 10 years they've been a woman president. So they're very important in our club and in keeping it going.
So if my heart was touched right now and I decided to join you guys at the Germantown Lions or any Lions Club, how would I do that?
How to contact? I didn't quite catch that. How to contact us?
Yes.
Well, you can go to this international LCIF or not LCIF, the LCI website and look for a Lions Club and get the contact information. Or you could get it off of our Facebook page or our website. We need to update some of the information on the website, but you would probably find a number there you could call. The other thing is call me, 901-574-2536. And I can get you a lot of information.
I bet you can. And your Facebook page is very good, by the way, Germantown Lions Club. And look it up, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much for the excellent work you do. And thank you for sharing with us today about Germantown Lions Club. Thank you for your contributions to the community, David.
Yeah, all right. I just want to say one thing is that we do a fundraising in the fall of November, December, selling pecans, and that's what we use for our support our work and our donations, which we didn't really go through, but we give lots of money to organizations like Mid-South Lions, because that's a very worthy organization, into Lions International, but Tennessee School for the Deaf, School for the Blind, Madonna Learning Center, Leader Dogs. We give money to a lot of organizations. I don't want to go through all of them now.
So to help you continue your good work, we should be looking for your pecans in November, December, right?
Right. Okay. And a lot of them are gift bags, different flavors. They're great for presents. It's a good deal.
Perfect.
For us and you.
Perfect. We thank you so much, and thanks again for the great work you do, David. Take care.
All right. Thank you for having us.
We're going to pause now for a short break. When we return, we'll be joined by Scott Shellhammer, immediate past president of the Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Service.
Camera 1, switch audio, cue talent.
So GHS-TV was started in 1982 by Frank Bluestein, the department's founder.
It's a multi-million-dollar television studio, and students who are a part of it have the opportunity to do real-world work.
Welcome to GHS Insider, the show.
What makes this program unique is the students here. We come with a lot of potential and a lot of talent, and we also come with the mindset of we have to do this, we can do this.
In this class, we really have the ability to be as creative as we want to be.
On the show today, we take you to the side. When you see yourself on a screen, it's a feeling where it's like, I actually contributed to something, I actually did something that matters to people.
We have fun days, like when we do shows and we do a really good show, it's that adrenaline of like, oh wow, we just did a really good show, we did it. Hey everyone, I'm Brooklyn White.
And there's a real sense of pride that comes from completing a show that you have written, produced, thought of on your own. And that sense of pride is really important, and it keeps us motivated because we want to do more. We want to experience that feeling again.
We're always pushing the kids. We're always challenging them, and they rise to the challenge.
So the program has absolutely changed a lot for me. It has given me a view into the arts and has let me see that I really do enjoy working behind the camera as well as in front of the camera.
The future of our program really, a lot of times, is up to the students. It's their willingness to see beyond what is here and what it can be. Year to year, it changes with the students, but the ability of the students never changes.
Go Red Devils!
For more information about the Kappa program, visit GHSKappa.com or call 755-7775. You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Donna Chandler Newman, and you're watching Inspiring Leaders. Today we're talking about the Lions Club, and we're happy to welcome Scott Shellhammer, immediate past president of the Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Service. Welcome, Scott.
Thank you for having me today.
I'm so glad you're with us. I really am. You guys do such great work. Well, let's begin with how and when you got associated with the Lions Club.
Well, I joined the Lions Club in 2010. The Bartlett area didn't have a Lions Club serving the community. They had an old club that shut down, and we were trying to restart it. I was invited to participate in the charter of the new club, so I'm a charter member of the Bartlett Lions Club, looking for a way to serve my community and give back to the less fortunate in the city.
You know, I'm kind of surprised. I understand that there are like 38 clubs in this area. You're in the Bartlett. We've heard from Germantown earlier. You've been telling me, or I've been understanding, that there is also a downtown Lions Club that's one of the oldest in the country.
There is. Lions Clubs were chartered in 1917. And the downtown Memphis Lions Club actually chartered in 1916.
So 1916 for the downtown Lions Club and 17 for the Lions in general, right?
That's correct, yes.
Well, that's amazing. So the Downtown Lions Club, downtown Memphis, is older than the Lions organization itself, right?
It is. That's right.
That's amazing. It really is. Memphis has always been a philanthropic city. I guess when I look at Bartlett as an area, and that is where you live, in that area there are so many organizations to choose from. But the Lions stuck out, and you're, 11 years in, 12 years in to the Lions. Why did you choose the Lions in particular instead of one of the many other clubs?
Well, I started looking at all the clubs, all the organizations, all the church communities, just everywhere where I could give back and serve, and just found that the Lions fit my best need because I'm one of those boots on the ground. I want to help one person at a time and change lives one person at a time. Organizations like the Kiwanis, they do amazing work by doing huge projects and doing big things for the community. But the Lions do those large projects, but they also do that one person at a time. Our goal is to make miracles and change lives. And the best way to do that is one person at a time.
I think it's really interesting that each of the clubs around the city seem to reflect different projects and different ideals. If I were shopping for a Lions Club, should I just stay in my area where I live, or should I look around?
Well, every Lions Club has a different personality. We have targeted clubs that do very specific missions. They have targeted clubs based on the membership. Like we have a club in town that's nothing but eye doctors. We have clubs in town that are primarily elderly people, retirees. We have clubs who do mostly just community service stuff, and some just go fundraising and write big checks to fund some of the Lions projects around the city. So there's a personality in every one of the clubs. I would recommend sticking with your local city or a surrounding area or someplace where you work so you can attend the meetings easier, because coming out of work, you might be able to go to a meeting. It could just be meeting schedule.
Gotcha. That's a good recommendation. So they are different, though. That's good to know. I will mention that this indeed is a completely volunteer position for you as well, because you currently work with Bryce Corporation. You have an extensive business background, but Bryce Corporation is your current company, correct?
Absolutely. I've been a professional software developer for almost 40 years now. So it's something that I do to pay my bills, and Lions Club lets me pay my heart and pay my soul back.
Well, that is a really good way to look at it. You're the immediate past president of certainly your own Lions Club, but also the Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Service. That is a different nonprofit from just Lions Club in particular. Can you tell us about what's different about it and the affiliation between the two?
Sure. Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Services was chartered in 1942, so we're celebrating our 80th year this year.
Wow.
We are a collection of Lions Clubs. Lion members come together to serve the community, and there's no dues, there's no membership fee. It's a strictly 100% charitable organization. So we get to serve the greater Memphis, Shelby County, and Mid-South in the services that we provide.
And you encompass far more than Memphis. Tell me about the area that you cover.
So when we chartered in 1942, we were strictly a Memphis, Shelby County area to provide eye surgeries to low-income people in the Shelby County. And over time, we started growing. We added hearing to that as well, and then started growing from West Tennessee into Mississippi, Arkansas, and Missouri. So we are an organization that supports 4 states right here out of Memphis.
Well, that's amazing. Y'all do great work. Some 350 clubs in those 4 states, correct?
Plus, I can't keep up with the count. It could be over that. That's just right off the top of my head. There's a lot.
Yeah, there really are. So your organization's goal is not meetings. What do you do exactly?
So Lions Clubs in general are out there looking for patients, right? So that people come to them wanting eyeglasses and eye screenings and those kinds of things. But sometimes they get a patient that comes to them and says, hey, I need cataract surgery, or I need glaucoma surgery, or I need a prosthetic eye, or I need a hearing aid. And those little Lions Clubs can't afford that. So what they do is they find those patients and send them to Mid-South, because we pull money and resources from all 4 states. And we're able to provide those surgeries to a Lions Club at no cost to the club or to the patient.
That is a fascinating thing to do, but one of the things that you expounded on with me, and I'd like you to talk about a minute, is your Cataractathon. That was, talk about how that works and how many people and all of that.
Sure. Back in 2017, the doctors at the Hamilton Eye Institute, we were sitting around a table one day, and Dr. Brian Fowler said, hey, we do mission trips all over the world and do these cataract surgeries all over the world. Why can't we just do that here in Memphis? So him and another Dr. Emily Graves and several other Lions, including myself, started doing some research, started doing some digging, and started doing some planning, and we came up with this idea of the Cataract-A-Thon. The Cataractathon is like a marathon of cataract surgeries. So we bring all these patients into a hospital in a single day and perform all these cataract surgeries all at one time, back to back, in a single day. The doctors, the hospitals, the pharmaceutical companies, they all provide their time and resources and product free of charge at no cost to the patient or to the Lions. We generally do 22 to 24 people a day when we do a Cataractathon.
Wow.
And it's just an amazing, heart-wrenching experience to see someone come in blind and leave with sight with just in a matter of hours.
And that is what you say, it's changing one life at a time. A miracle every
Absolutely.
day, right?
Every day, yes.
You're very, very passionate about what it is that you do. Have you seen any stories in particular that have influenced you?
Oh, we have what we call Lions moment. Mm-hmm. A Lions moment in our life is when we see something that makes everything worth what we do, right? I've had so many Lions moments in my last 11, 12 years that it'd be hard to just pick one, but let me pick one for you. We had a Cataractathon the middle of March at Mecca here in Memphis, and a lady who was highly abused most of her life from Lexington, Tennessee, was beaten so badly that she formed cataracts in both eyes and was completely blinded in both eyes.
Oh, wow.
We brought her into Memphis, and the doctors of Mecca performed free cataract surgeries on her. And when she woke up, she started screaming, "Oh my God, I can see, I can see, I can see." And there wasn't a dry eye in the room. We all cried. We all celebrated. It was the most amazing, heart-touching event of the process. And at least one of those happens at every Cataractathon.
And it makes it all worth it. So I know that many people, including me, have been very, very touched today by what we've heard. If we wanted to get involved, if we wanted to donate, how do we do that? And also, don't leave out your golf tournament.
Oh, absolutely. So the Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Service is a full 501c3 charity, so we're always raising money. The best way to donate is through Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing, or midsouthlions.org. There's a link there where you can donate and give. But we also, on June 4th, we have our annual golf tournament coming up. We're playing Cherokee Valley. It's a very low cost. It's like $600 for a team. If you don't play golf, you can sponsor a team or provide sponsorship. Anything you want to do to provide, and all that money will go back into providing surgeries. We would love to have you. You can sign up on our website too and participate through our website. There's a link on the front page to let you sign up and play.
And it's midsouthlions.org.
Midsouthlions.org.
You do excellent work, and I'm very touched by what I've heard today, and I think other people will be as well. So thank you so much for the great work that you do, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you for being with us today for Inspiring Leaders. We appreciate our guest on today's show, David Dokauer, President of the Germantown Lions Club, and Scott Shellhammer, immediate past President of the Mid-South Lions Sight and Hearing Service. If what you've heard today has encouraged you to donate, to get further information on the Lions, or to help in any way, you can visit Facebook for both organizations, and you can visit their website as well, midsouthlions.org. midsouthlions.org. Now, if you're interested in the air dates of Inspiring Leaders or for the station's complete programming information, then visit GHS-TV.org, where we're streaming live 24 hours a day. You can keep up with GHS-TV by visiting our website. We hope you'll like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for joining us this season as we present more Inspiring Leaders.